Request of 42 person web on you. I never want try lose you, try them up on me. Well,
if you should see you. Isn't it? Hope nothing. Was it your baby they reviewed? Abibawo? We get that you're excited to be a grandma. But ma, that was too grand. I don't believe in over-excitement because excitement is excitement. There's no meter to quantify it. But that wasn't excitement. That was attempted murder. You literally just ran your son over. Like, you jam him. If he didn't have thick skull, Dumpty welcoming a grandchild and exiting your child is just diabolical to me. You're using your son to practice rugby. Even your son going, yes, comma. Him not addressing it is a red flag. I get that you're trying to keep the peace and energy going, but your mother just gave you a subsidiary choke slam. Bro, correct her gently, but correct her. The part that even shocked me the most.
Because you just literally threw yourself at Dane, ended up on the sofa. He couldn't even hug me. Right, listen, are you a little bit hormonal?
That would have literally thrown me off the edge. Like, I don't even want to hear anything again. Your daughter-in-law is calling you out very demurely. You dare to ask, are you a little bit hormonal? Like, give you an Igbo woman's fufu inspired blow. Your hormones will run out of balance. What the heck?
Up here. Okay. Congratulations. No. Now, I'm not going to be so hard on the man this time, but look at that side eye she's giving. And she even gave the side hug to the mama. My man, you got to be quicker. You took too much time to go hug your wife.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
The lady said in the description she wasn't happy about this, but she's gotten over it and laughs about it today. But still, to all you future grandmamas, y'all gotta let that baby boy go. This ain't right. Makes things pretty weird. And you're gonna have an upset daughter-in-law. And if you want to see that grandbaby as much as possible, don't upset the daughter-in-law. And man, turn around and go hug her. Quickly. Fast.
See? To the commenters who say, oh, you could just make it work. Why can't you just be civil? That's a moment that girl never gets back now. Yeah, we could say that's on the husband, but why was the mother running in there? Fucking wild out here, folks.
I had just seen the funniest gender reveal drama ever. And of course, somebody filmed it all and posted it on TikTok. As soon as the couple shot out the cannons to reveal the gender was a girl, the mother-in-law went right for her son. She ran right to him. And before she can get to him, the son runs to his wife, picks her up, and starts running around, like running away from his mother. It's almost as if he knew she was going to do that. What's so funny is the version that I saw was like in slow motion. We see in slow-mo the mother-in-law trying to catch up to her son and his wife. There was another woman standing by who witnessed all of it, and she turned around towards the camera and was covering her mouth from laughing because she knew exactly what happened. She knew exactly what happened, and they were all waiting for it. They were anticipating it. I'll never understand that super unhealthy attachment that some women have to their sons. It's giving off incest.
Who's that? That can't be your mama. That can't be your mama. Is that your mama? I kind of don't want it to be your mama. But if it ain't your mama, then who's that?
I don't know how you guys do things, I don't know how. Maybe because, where I come from, we don't do things the way like that. Or, we have some crazy mother-in-laws, but not as crazy as this one. But you might say, yeah, she's not crazy, she's just happy. And yeah, she just got carried away. No, she didn't just get carried away. I believe she doesn't really like that lady. Nah, she doesn't like her. No matter what anyone tells me. Because if you do like her, you would hug both of them together. Both of them together. Because then she wouldn't have flared up the way she flared up like that. And another thing is that no matter how much you love your son, or no matter how much you dislike your son's spouse, you don't show it up like that and take their, this is their first child. You don't take that moment away from her. The lady knows what she's saying. If you've not been in her shoes before, you won't understand what is going on. But if you've been in a shoe with a mother-in-law like that, oh boy, you will definitely know what she's talking about. So, majority of people might say, oh, she's over-exaggerating or reacting. But this is a moment. This is her child. This is her first child with the woman's son. So I do get it. And to be honest, why didn't, he stand up for her? He should have stood up for her, but he didn't. Everyone in that room did, apart from him. And he's just saying it's fine, everyone is happy. But clearly your wife is not happy. Clearly. So guys, put your 2 cents in there. What do you think? Is the mother-in-law overreacting? Or is the wife overreacting? Is the husband right for saying that everyone is happy? Put your comments. Let me know what you think. Thanks, guys.
Can we normalize mitigating risk with communication? Because in this case, this is one of those gender reveal videos where I truly just think it was just really exciting. And it results in this video that's kind of awkward, because in what world was he gonna hug that person before the mother of his child? Actually, we do know what world, because we've seen those gender reveal videos, right? Yikes. Anyways, my point here today is I think sometimes it's worth having a little communication to mitigate a situation like this. To many people, the order of activities seems obvious. Countdown, gender reveal, whatever you're doing, cannon blast, hug, partner, everyone's excited. But it's the same as a wedding. Despite how many weddings we've observed before, where it seems also very straightforward, everyone walks down the aisle and then they're at the altar and they get married, there's still a rehearsal for every single wedding. Now, that's not me saying I think you should rehearse gender reveals. No, but I'm saying that sometimes, depending on what the person is, or depending on the situation or the stakes, it's sometimes worthwhile to have a quick note of, hey mom, just so you know, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna pop the cannons and then I'm gonna hug, insert wife's name. And if you have someone in your life that's thrown off by you just reiterating, mitigating the risk of an awkward situation by that little simple note of communication, that tells you that they're probably someone that you actually needed to do that with. But of course, this is like anything. It's nuanced. If you have a mother-in-law or a mom where you're like, there's no way she would do that, then maybe you don't need to say something. But if you've had a mother-in-law or a mom who's maybe got overexcited before and maybe has done things that in hindsight were like, that wasn't really your moment, maybe it's worth mentioning. Or roll the dice and end up viral on the internet.
I've just seen the funniest gender reveal nightmare I've seen on this app in a long time. I know you've probably all seen it. That one where, the reveal goes off, it's a girl, and the mom just goes for a beeline for her son to try to get the first hug in before his partner. And he just grabs his baby's mom and starts running away from his mom. His mom's just chasing him around like a crazy person. Come on, lady. That's just nuts. And then she tries to play it off, and like they had this boy or girl thing in the ground, and she goes like rips out the boy thing, and you see there's someone off to the side that like looks in the camera like, oh my gosh. That's the funniest thing I've seen. I just don't understand some of these boy moms. Like, what's going on in your head? Like, I'm a boy mom. I would never do that. I would never try to be the first person to hug him. I don't care. That's their baby. They need to hug each other, have that moment together. That's not my moment. That's their moment. It's just insane. I would never do that. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments if you think that mother-in-law was insane to do that and chase her son around, or you're that kind of crazy, like you would chase your son around and try to be the first person to congratulate him before the mother of his children. I want to know, do I got crazy people out there or cool people that would let their son have his moment with his baby mama?
His mom running up and hugging him during
this couple's gender reveal.
We've all heard of the mama's boy, and we've all talked about the overbearing mother-in-law who is so obsessed with her little boy, no woman's ever going to be good enough, and she can't bear for any woman to take her place as his primary female. What we never call it is exactly what it is, which is emotional or covert incest. It's so insidious, and I know when we talk about incest, the first thing that everybody hears is Sweet Home Alabama. That's not what I'm talking about here. This is about a parent who takes their child and essentially places them in the role of spouse. It often goes hand in hand with parentification, which I have other videos on. It is incredibly common with covert narcissistic mothers to see this kind of behaviour, and it won't change. Boundaries will seem like an absolute personal attack against her. Her reaction to him growing up and her no longer being the main female character in her child's life will either be like this, where she's overbearing and completely trashes all the boundaries, or it will be the spouse's fault that she's ruined the day.
She really jumped in there like a UFC fighter or like Rose on that one last door after the Titanic sunk. But it gets so much worse.
I don't think this is right because you just literally threw yourself a day, ended up on the sofa. He couldn't even like hug me. Right, listen, are you a little bit hormonal?
Why do gaslighters do this? Like, what do you hope to gain by doing this? Huh? It doesn't look good for you either. It would be so much easier and faster for absolutely everyone involved if you would just apologize and explain your emotions. Hey, I was happy, I'm sorry. That's it. That's all it takes if you really couldn't stop yourself from doing it in the first place.
Miss Juanita, why you look so sad? Your son having a baby. Come on.
I just don't think the baby is his.
Juanita, come on.
The decorations look a little ghetto. I'm just saying, it's not my baby shower, but it do look a little ghetto. No. Who made these greens? They don't taste right.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
I'm your grandma, and I just really hope you have your daddy's genes and not your mother's. Like, that's all I care
Ma,
about.
come on. You supposed to say whether or not you think it's a girl or a boy, not that stuff.
I can't wish for the baby to be healthy. That's all
Ma,
I care
you know
about. That's
what-
all I said.
Ma, that is not what you said.
Let me tell you something, Shauna. My son is a good man, and he's too trusting sometimes. That's his downfall. Because how you not going to get an 11th opinion on the baby that's not even yours?
You better than
like,
me,
I still
friend.
don't think it's his. Darren, tell Sierra that she needs to slow down on that cake. All that sugar is not good for the baby.
She's
She keep
fine.
eating like that, the baby gonna lose a belly button.
I'm sorry, Miss Juanita, are you opening my gifts?
No. I was just trying to see if any of these gifts were for me. Like, you know, a grandma gift or something. Because you got a lot of stuff that I know you're not going to use. Shauna.
What's going on, friend?
Where do they get the food from?
I think they catered it from that soul food place up the street.
Carver's?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it definitely tastes like Carver's. They should have went to Johnson's Fish Fry. They could have called me.
3, 2, 1. It's a boy! I love you so much, baby. I can't believe you're having a boy. I know. I'm so excited. It's a boy!
Earlier this month, my mom ruined our 9,000.
They were organizing the gender reveal. His mom sent a bad message to his wife, so he decided to not to invite her. During the countdown to reveal the baby sex, the fire alarm goes off and everyone took a big shower. And his mom did that. Not cool.